And we're back, guys. Let's get it on. I am so excited. Coco versus Sabalenka. This is going to be popcorn worthy indeed. I'm good energy. Welcome to Tennis in a Minute. Before we go any further, please like this video, guys. Look, I apologize. I have not been able to bring you a lot of the matches here in Wuhan, but I've been just extremely busy. Some of the videos I've been doing so late, I've just been tired, but I'm energized and I'm up and excited for this matchup. Get your popcorn, buckle your seatbelts. This is going to be a roller coaster ride. We're going to start with Aryna Sabalenka since she's the number one seed and she is now the new number one ranked player in the world. Not officially yet, but it's inevitable, guys. Iga withdrawing from both of these tournaments. That's what happens, guys. She's losing a lot of points, and Sabalenka is there to pick them up. Now, the world's ranked number one, the number one seed, Sabalenka, 52-12 on the year. This is her second back-to-back 50-win season. She's 36-7 on hard, and she's solid, guys. She's got 16 single titles, 2 coming at the Australian Open as slams, and 1 coming this past September in New York, winning the U.S. Open. She's also got 6 doubles championships, 2 being slams, 1 at the Australian Open and another at the U.S. Open with Elisa Mertens. She scares me. She hits so hard. Listen, guys, she's dominated the competition here, only dropping 1 set, and that was to Yulia Putintseva, who's got great variety, short center of gravity, very fast and explosive. Sabalenka overall, through her 3 matches here in China, she's averaging 2 aces, 2 double faults. She's getting 69% of her first serves in play. She's winning 62% of her first serves, but only 50% of her second serves. She is averaging 9 break points per match, and she's averaging 37 return points won per match. In terms of service games played, she's played 59 overall service games. And she's going to be taking on Coco, the world's ranked number 4. Yeah, she's gaining a lot of points, guys. She is the 4th seed here. Now, Coco, 50-15 on the year. This is also her second consecutive back-to-back 50-win season. Look, the tour is getting better. Sabalenka and Coco, they're both getting better. She's 31-8 on hard this year, but of her 15 losses and 8 on hard, I've already documented this very well. In a lot of those matches, the majority of them, she was up a break in the 3rd set, but that serve that didn't suit her game style failed her. Now that she has a new coach on her hands, I think the grip looks slightly different from her grip previously, so they are working on the grip. But if you ask me, they're also working on her mental confidence. Just hearing Coco, she has some type of mental coach that we just don't know about. Because to hear Coco, and then again, it could be that strong support system she has. You know, her grandparents, her mom, her dad. We all know Corey, her father. He's been a big, and when she won that 23 U.S. Open championship, she said, look, none of this wouldn't be possible without my dad. She has an amazing dad. He's been there every step of the way. But I can tell she's been working on the mental because she is now being a lot more realistic and letting the fans know, look, this is just a game. There's a lot of people out there that are dealing with real serious issues. I just get paid to play a game because I'm so talented, right? At the end of the day, and I think Roger Federer said it best, this is just a game, guys. If you think I'm going to be stressed or down because I lost a match. No, I sleep well at night. This is a game, and I'm fortunate to have the opportunity to play on this level because there's millions of people that wish they were me. So I love the mental focus that Coco has these days. It's great. And like she said in New York, when you have the opportunity to defend something, that means you won something. That means you are a winner. And yes, she is. So through 3 matches here in China, Coco's averaging 2. Should we talk about our titles here? Coco's got 8 titles, right? 8 singles titles, 1 being the U.S. Open Slam. We all know that. She also made a Slam appearance against Iga Swiatek. Coco's 8-9 in championship appearances. So if she makes a final, there's a pretty good chance she's going to win it. The only one she lost came against Iga Swiatek at the French Open. Coco's averaging, oh, she also has 8 double championships, right? One of those also being a slam at the French Open with Katerina Siniakova. So she's got 8 singles titles, 8 doubles titles, and through 3 matches here in China, she's averaging 2 aces per match, 5 double faults per match. I guess that's better than, 19. But year over year, her double faults are up. We know that. She's averaging just around 6 double faults per match on the year. The previous year, she averaged around 4. So that number is up. And like I said, if you're a coach and you see that your player is struggling, you have to change the game plan. And in terms of Coco, I said it time and time again, this is Coco versus Coco. This is not Coco versus her opponent because she's just better than most people she plays. And I think people are finally starting to realize that now she doesn't have this ridiculous game plan that's just taking her out of her mental and physical element, right? Physically, she's just better than everyone else on tour. We all know that. But I felt she was stuck in a mental space trying to execute a game plan that didn't suit her needs, taking away her instincts, her reactions, and how she's able to destroy opponents with her athletic ability and her natural instinct. That was taken away. Trying to go big and strong and powerful every time, that's not her game plan. She's so talented and gifted. She can beat any of these players by just playing. She doesn't even need a game plan. That's how good she is. And now that she's playing naturally, I mean, the rumor with Coco, and I'm not going to say it's a rumor, but the word with Coco when she was a teenager, 15, 16 years old, the rumor was she was a kid genius. She was so smart because she was able to problem solve against these older, stronger, more physical opponents. I just feel that game plan with Brad Gilbert took all that away, and then the public started to paint these perceptions about Coco that just weren't true. And now they're seeing how talented she is. So through 3 matches here in China, she's averaging 2 aces per match, 5 double faults. She's getting 62% of her first serves in play. She's winning 75% of her first serves and 62% of her second serves. She's averaging 8 break points per match. Now, in terms of averages here in China, Coco has the edge over Sabalenka in first serves won. She's winning 75% of her first serves, while Sabalenka is winning 62% of her first serves. Coco also has the edge on second serves won. She's winning 62% of her second serves, while Sabalenka is winning only 50% of hers. Coco also has the edge on return points won. Now, even though Sabalenka has 37, she's averaging 37 return points won per match, and Coco's averaging 29 return points won per match. Sabalenka has played 11 more service games than Coco. So, in terms of statistics, Coco's averaging the better defense and she's averaging the better offense. So, that's going to be very important and critical in a matchup like this. Now, these two ladies have played 7 times. Coco owns the head-to-head against Sabalenka. We all know that. Guys, how many players on tour can you say own the head-to-head against Sabalenka? Iga? Who else? Sabalenka's that good. So how good is Coco really? She's freaking phenomenal. She owns the head-to-head against Sabalenka. And a lot of these matches was when she was a lot younger, ladies and gentlemen. Now, when it comes to hard, Coco also owns the head-to-head against Sabalenka. That's right, guys. So she's won the majority of the matches on hard courts. You know, let's go back a little bit. 2020, she beat Sabalenka in Lexington. That went 3 sets. 22 Toronto, she beat Sabalenka in 3 sets. And the U.S. Open, where Coco won her first slam title, she beat Sabalenka in 3 sets there as well. So a lot of these matches, they're very tough. You know, you make one mistake, that could be the set. The 2 matches that Sabalenka won on hard against Coco at the 23 Indian Wells, and we also know this year at the Australian Open. Now, listen, again, if Coco had her current game plan at last year's Australian Open, that's her second slam. We all know, guys, she had the chance to serve out the first set. She was up 30-love. Sabalenka would break back and take that first set. Even in the second set, up 4-3, 30-love. She had a chance to break and hold on and serve that. So I felt Coco's serve felt her at the worst possible times during those matches. And just taking a look at the strength of schedule, I mean, I feel Coco has the edge there. I mean, just taking out Lynette, who's been playing well. Lynette has literally made like 34 quarterfinals in her career. Marta, who's just so fast and explosive and athletic. Victoria Tomova, who has a solid backhand. Sabalenka defeated Katerina Siniakova. She defeated Yulia Putintseva and Magdalena Freck. I do give Coco the edge there in terms of talent that she's defeated, because I think Marta beats any of those ladies, and I think Lynette probably beats any of those ladies as well. Now, between the two, Sabalenka has a very powerful, aggressive first serve. She loves to follow that up with her forehand cross court, which is normally a winner against most competition. Sabalenka, not necessarily a long rally player. She looks to finish you, much like Iga Swiatek, in 5 shots or less. And a lot of times she can get her way because she overpowers opponent. Sabalenka's weaknesses when you make her step up, come mid-court, make her play the net. And we've seen every time she's had to defend short balls against Coco, she's made a lot of mistakes. However, she is working on her short balls, and I think her drop shot in terms of her height and her reach, that is a weapon that I think she should use more. But however, she's more comfortable with that powerful first serve. If it's not an ace, now she's only averaging 2 aces per match this tournament, so she's going to have to get those first serves in play. She's only getting 69% of them in play, which is not necessarily a bad number. That's above average for most professionals, but she's going to have to defend. That's what Coco's going to make you do. Coco's keys to victory here, I think Coco's got to reduce the double faults right off the bat. She's averaging 5 double faults. That's 3 more than Sabalenka. She cannot give Sabalenka 5 double faults. That's nearly a service game. You know, that's a service game plus 1. So I think she's got to reduce the double faults. I think 2 in terms of Sabalenka's output, that will cancel each other out. Coco has to win her first serve. She's averaging 75% of those won. That number's got to be in the 80 percentile range. When she took out Lynette last night, at one stretch, she was winning 100% of her first serves. So I think Coco has to make Sabalenka work. She has to give her short balls, and she has to use her athletic ability because Sabalenka is the taller player. I say it all the time. When you make Sabalenka have to run and move, she gets uncomfortable. But she also has to mix things up. That's right, ladies and gentlemen. Mix things up. Come cross court. Go down the line. Do not be predictable against Sabalenka, who wants to hit forehands all day. I don't think Coco should get into a forehand duel with Sabalenka. I think that would be... I feel with Lynette, if you watch that match, or actually even against Marta, if you watch that match, she kind of got lured into a forehand duel with Marta. Even though she won some of those exchanges, she did hit wide and long on a few of those. So do not get into a forehand duel with Sabalenka, but set it up to where she can get to her backhand. Sabalenka, forehand versus Coco's backhand. I'm going to give Coco the edge because Coco has the best backhand on tour. That's what has been keeping her consistent her entire career. Get to the backhand, reduce her double faults, hit her first serves, but she's got to convert on break points. Both ladies are averaging literally eight or 9 break points per match. Coco, however, ladies and gentlemen, she's got the better percentage when it comes to break points this tournament. That's right. She went 5 for 5 in break points against Marta Kashu. Unbelievable. So convert her break points, reduce her double faults, hit her first serves, use her athletic ability, mix in short balls, make Sabalenka work front, back, side to side like a new TikTok dance move or something. And I think Coco's going to have a chance to add on to this lead in the head-to-head. My personal prediction for this match, as long as Coco does what she needs to do, she's going to beat Aryna Sabalenka. So my pick is for Coco to make a back-to-back 1,000 master final appearance here in China, her new favorite place to play. This is Coco's second home. My pick is for Coco Gauff to win this match, ladies and gentlemen. Stay tuned. We're going to take a look at the other half of the semifinal. And like I said previously, it's always been about Coco versus Coco. It's never been about her opponents. She's been better than her opponents. Should I talk about Iga in that lopsided head-to-head? I will. That head-to-head wouldn't be so lopsided if Coco didn't have these game plans where she was overthinking. And I'm on the record saying this a long time ago. I think Coco should just be allowed to go out there and just play. Just go play Iga, game plan, problem solve on the fly during the match and see what happens. If she does that next time against Iga, I think she beats her. And I think that time against Cincinnati when she won the championship and she beat Iga, she was comfortable and she was just out there playing. But then again, Reba was in her corner as well. And I think he's an amazing coach. But my pick is Coco to defeat Aryna Sabalenka and win her second back-to-back Master Championship. Comment below. What do you guys think?